Good morning, Jags. This is Cadet Major Kaylee Zudema from your Jaguar Battalion. Would you please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Jags. I'm Issa with Jaguar News Daily. Starting with your announcements, all student drop-offs in the morning will be in the student parking lot. No student should be dropped off in front of the flagpole. If you are driving to school, please stop by H1 to pick up your parking packet in order to purchase a parking permit. Permits must be purchased by August 29th in order to park on campus. The fee is $25. Anyone interested in taking driver's ed, you can sign up at atreasurecoastdrivingschool.com. The class starts soon. For more information, see Mr. Villari. The Gay Straight Alliance will be hosting its first meeting of the school year on August 25th in room 140 from 7:10 to 7:25. For more information, see Mrs. Donnie in room 140 or Ms. Farmanara in room 136. In sports, any boys interested in soccer, see Coach K in room 406 for information. Conditioning starts Monday, August 29th. Football season passes go on sale Monday, August 22nd, $10 for students and $20 for adults. Passes can be purchased in the athletic office in room 805. And get all the latest Jaguar sporting news and updates on Twitter. Follow at GoPSLJaguars. Now let's go to Mr. Ocampo for a minute with the principal.
Good morning, Jaguars. We had an excellent first day of school. I saw all of our students heading to their classes and enjoying their classes. We did have some situations during lunch where first lunch was a little bit backed up. We're looking to have a better lunch today, and we made some changes and some adjustments, and all of our students were very patient and kind of worked with us. I think they understood that the first day can have its challenges. I also want to thank several of my students for assisting those students that were lost and didn't know where their classes were. We had a lot of students kind of help them and guide them and get them to where they needed to be and get them to the right classes. So I appreciate that kind of help. Just kind of touch base on a couple of different situations that we need to work on. First thing is the tardies first thing in the morning. Last year, believe it or not, students, and I made an all call out last night, we had several thousand students late for school first hour last year, several thousand. And I'm going to give you a number, and you may not believe it, but it was over 10,000 kids late for school first period last year. That number is outrageous, to be quite honest. So we need to cut that number down. I would say even more than half. I would say about 80% we need to cut that down. So everyone needs to make a little bit of change to their schedule and start making sure they get to school on time, which means that you may have to set your alarm clock earlier, which means you may need to get to bed earlier at night. So that's one thing we're definitely going to take a look at and keep a close eye on. So because of that, you have to make sure that you get into that parking lot, those students that are driving or getting dropped off, and get on campus before 7:33, because at 7:33 that gate is going to shut and all of the students will be heading down to JAG Services to get themselves a detention. So make sure you account for that. You get to school early enough that you have time to get to your first hour class, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And I'm going to be giving you updates throughout the entire year, as that's one of my priorities. Also, students, as far as the dress code is concerned, this year the theme is school appropriate dress code. So regardless of the color or the pattern or whatever it might be that's on your shirt or your pants, the idea is that your shirt or pants must be school appropriate. So you have to be covered from your shoulders, okay, and the upper part of your arm to your knees. So make sure that your clothing is covering all of your areas from your shoulders, a little bit below the shoulders to your knees, and make sure whatever you have on your shirt or your shorts is appropriate for school. And I will be happy to let you know if you have any questions about what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. But by the 9th grade, after you've been in school for 9 years, you have a very good idea what is appropriate and what's not. So, but if you do have a question, let me know and I will be glad to tell you. Also, students' clothing that's extremely tight is not appropriate as well. So just make sure that you keep all those things in mind when you get yourselves dressed in the morning or when you go out shopping for school. Lastly, the hats are not appropriate for school. So I saw several students coming in wearing hats. Students, once you come on campus, hats are not allowed, so please take those hats off, put them away. You can put them on once you leave campus at the end of the school day, and that will work for me. But I really don't want to have to ask the same student several times, so please keep those hats off, keep them away, or else just keep them at home. I did make a mistake. I told you about that we were going to have our pep rally at the first preseason game. That was a mistake. The pep rally will take place during the first regular season game. The first regular season game won't be until September 9th. So we'll have our first pep rally September 9th. Apologize to those that got confused about that, but I want to make sure we have it before our first regular season game. Other than that, everyone just did a fantastic job for the first day. I'm looking forward to today, and I will continue to give you feedback on what I'm seeing, all those positive things, and also what things we need to make some adjustments to. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Ocampo. Let's take a look at the forecast. Afternoon thunderstorms are likely with a high of 89 and a low of 77. That's all for Jaguar News Daily. Have a great day.